everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're actually going to be unboxing another few orchids that I've just ordered from my favourite UK eBay seller, Spicesotic-plants, and I will link you to them down below. I've done an unboxing for them before. I often buy just one or two plants from them, but this one has quite a special orchid in, so I thought I'd film the unboxing with you guys and you can kind of see what I got in here. So let's get started with the unboxing. Okay, so as you can see they're very well packaged as usual. Now I must admit, before I go any further, as the postman handed me this, I shut the door and dropped it. And I heard stuff shifting around in here, and I know that there is a possibility one of them had a flower spike. Whether it still does remains to be seen, but we will have a little look and see. Oh, and it's not the one that I thought had a flower spike, but I can see a flower spike here, and on this one that I can see a flower spike for, it said it wasn't flowering. So this is super exciting. This is why I ordered the orchid bundle from them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so can you see that flower? I'm so excited. Okay. So, do this one first. Okay, this is one that I've been eyeing for a while from them, and I didn't purchase because it looked like it was just one pseudobulb, which is a Clowesetum Raymond Lerner. I'm not sure what that says. Select hybrid it says. I think it's because it's a clone. But I think that what they've done is taken off a new growth maybe, or done a division of it, because there's just one pseudobulb in here. I'm not sure. Looks like a fairly healthy orchid. There's no sign of spider mites or anything, which is always something really worth checking for with Clowesetums. So yeah, I'm really getting into Clowesetas and Clowesetums, and I know the advice is kind of with Clowesetums, maybe just try a couple of the cheaper hybrids the first year that you have them, because there's a chance of rotting them and killing them when you're coming out of dormancy, and there's many stages where this can go wrong. But I'm just the sort of person that goes for something. When I get into something, I become a little bit obsessive, and I just go for it. So don't take my advice, ease into things gently, but I don't. So this looks like a really nice little plant. Nice big leaves, a little bit of damage on the leaves, but nothing particularly bad. It looks maybe like a little bit of sunburn or something. So yeah, that one looks lovely. Hopefully that'll flower for me next year. I'm intentionally steering away from the one I can see buds on. Oh wow. So this is one that I actually thought might be in bloom, because they did say not flowering on it. Just show you the plant. Yeah, so they said not flowering on it, but the picture did have flowers. So I was kind of like, oh, maybe it does, because sometimes they say not flowering on it and then it actually is flowering, like we've got in the next one to unwrap. But this is Cycnodes Jumbo Puff. I think it's Cycnodes. I'll put the pop-up on screen. It just says Jumbo Puff on there, but it's like the gorgeous yellow waxy flowered Cycnodes and Cycnodes, and it apparently has a sort of fragrance of artificial banana, which I'm not sure if this will. Again, nice healthy little plant, massive growth there. Previous growth's quite big, and this hasn't finished growing. We've still got a new leaf starting in there, so might get a bit bigger. Looks like it's in bark though, which is going to be annoying, but okay, so actually it's in like coconut husk, so I'm going to repot it, I think, into moss, just because I don't like coconut husk. But yeah, looks like a really nice orchid. So this is the one that I made the little order for. Okay, so there's a bit of a story behind this. This is the Cattleya amethystoglossa, and I've been eyeing this orchid for a little while on a German website, Orchideen, and they have just had a Brazilian import, so they have quite a lot of Cattleyas. And I really wanted it, I've been wanting it for a while, but the shipping is like 25 euros. And the only ones I've been able to find up until now have been like around 50 euros. So I just didn't want to go for it for that price. And then one came up from Spicesotic. And it was actually in my saved eBay searches, but it didn't trigger because they misspelt the amethystoglossa bit. So if you're looking for Cattleya amethystoglossa, Spicesotic have some at the moment. It's just like amethystoglossa or ristoglossa or something like that. So this flower isn't actually in the best shape, so it's just as well we weren't hoping for a flowering plant, but just to kind of give us a sneak peek of what the flowers will look like on this orchid. Let's just try and show you guys. I'll put a pop-up on screen of the actual what the blooms can look like when they're in the better shape, but just look how beautiful and vibrant these spots on this orchid are. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and it seems to be fragrant. It smells a bit quite floral. Obviously this flower is fading, so it's not going to give the best fragrance, but I just love the lip as well, the contrast. So yeah, that's the Cattleya amethystoglossa. So it seems to be in a bark and sphagnum moss mix, and you can see that it's got sort of a small seedling pseudobulb there, and then a bit slightly bigger one still, and then a massive jump to this new growth here. So we've got quite a lot of pseudobulbs, and that's the flowering growth there. Okay, so that is my little orchid haul from Spicesotic-plants, and again, I always get really lovely orchids from these guys, so you can see how fat this pseudobulb is on the jumbo puff. I'll be repotting this though. I usually try, when I've had the new kind of Cattosetums or Cloweseas in the past, to not repot, obviously when they're in active growth, but I have repotted a few and they've done absolutely fine actually. They've done really well, so I think if you do it carefully and don't damage roots, they have really vigorous root systems, so they can recover. It's obviously not ideal, and I'm buying these at completely the wrong time of year. I've chosen a bad time to become obsessed with them, but it is what it is, and I'll be repotting this guy just because I would like to. I don't really like this cocoa peat stuff. I find it quite hard to work with. It's not cocoa peat, sorry, it's like coconut husk. See what I mean, like coconut fibre type stuff. So I don't really like it, but it's easy enough to repot from because it really doesn't stick to roots. So in that respect, it's actually really good because you don't really have to worry too much about damaging the roots. You just kind of shake it all off. So it's absolutely fine. I'll be repotting. Probably just straight into sphagnum, which is going to be a very ideal mix for it. So yeah, and this is my Cattleya amethystoglossa, which has come in bloom. The bloom isn't in the best shape, it'll probably fade very shortly, but it's a bonus because I wasn't expecting it in bloom at all. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful orchid. It's a species Cattleya. And I'll quickly show you, I've been shuffling things around in my orchid wardrobe, so I think he's gonna either go in there or potentially in my kind of higher light Cattleya grow space. So yeah, I was thinking of putting it kind of just there where I've cleared a bit of space. And right at the back there, we've got some orchids with crown rot that I received from Orchids Deluxe, which is a story for another time, but not particularly happy. But we can hide them with a beautiful Cattleya and forget about them, and maybe they'll produce a keiki. You never know. Yeah, it is what it is. So this is my little wardrobe space now. The orchids are all doing really well in it. Oh, and just to quickly update you, if you've watched to the end, I hope you'll stick with me for a couple more minutes. I just found, can you see just in here, there's a little flower spike starting, and that is on my Rinku Centrum Lilac blossom that I got from Clowesetum Orchids in our Orchid Haul a few months ago, which I'll put a link up to. So this one is spiking now, which I'm super excited to see. So yeah, this one's been growing purely under the Gemma LED 100-watt grow light. And as you can see, it lights the whole wardrobe area. I've kind of got quite a nice setup here for higher light orchids, and we can see that I've managed to flower one of the Vandas under purely this lighting. It doesn't really get any lighting in from the window here. So yeah, I'll be popping, I think, maybe the Cycnodes Jumbo Puff, maybe the Cat-Lair amethystoglossa just in front of those rotting things that came from Orchids Deluxe. So yeah, that is my little grow space plan for them. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video and quick kind of update, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a like or subscribe to my channel for more regular orchid updates, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!